Let's talk about one of the toughest challenges any athlete faces. How do you bounce back mentally after a really terrible performance? This isn't just about trying to be positive, it's about having a real, concrete process for psychological recovery. You know that feeling, right? The game's over, you're walking off the field or the court, and you're not just disappointed, you feel completely crushed. It's that heavy, sinking feeling that just sticks with you long after your body stops aching. If you compete, you've been there.
And this is the core of the problem. Your muscles, they might be sore for a day or two, but they recover. Your mind, though, that's a different story. It can hold on to a bad performance for days or even weeks. And if you don't have a strategy for it, one bad game can quietly sabotage your next 5.
So why is this so critical? How can just one off day have such a lasting, negative impact on your confidence and how you play next time? Let's get into it. Okay, here's a really important distinction you have to make. The event itself, the missed shot, the error, the loss, that's not what does the long-term damage. The real danger is the story your brain starts telling you about it afterward. Does any of this sound familiar? After a failure, your mind just starts to loop. You replay the mistakes over and over. You start questioning everything, your talent, your preparation, maybe even who you are as an athlete. You stop trusting your skills, and all that emotional baggage, you carry it right into the next practice. You know, from a sports psychology perspective, these reactions actually have names. Your brain starts to see competition as a threat, not a challenge. Your self-efficacy, which is really just your belief in your own abilities, it plummets. Your focus narrows down to only the things that can go wrong, and your performance anxiety just skyrockets. And this is the ultimate problem, right? When you don't recover mentally, your real opponent isn't the person or team across from you anymore. You end up competing against the ghost of your last bad performance, and that's an internal battle you just can't win.
So what's actually going on inside your head when this happens? Because this isn't just a feeling, it's a real biological response.
The most important thing to understand is this. The shame, the anger, the frustration you feel, that is not mental weakness. It's actually your nervous system doing its job. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to make sure you never experience that kind of pain again, even if its methods are, well, not very helpful. And this is where most athletes get it wrong. They feel that intense emotional reaction, and then they start judging themselves for it. I shouldn't be this angry, or why can't I just get over it? But listen, the goal isn't to judge the feeling, it's to learn how to regulate it. I really want you to let this sink in. Feeling bad after you play poorly is completely normal. It's part of being a competitor. But allowing that feeling to define your next week or your next month, that is a choice. You have way more power than you think to control how long that pain lasts. Okay, so how do we start taking back that control? Well, the first and most important skill is learning to create a clear separation between what you did, your performance, and who you are, your identity. We all fall into this mental trap. It's called overgeneralization. It's when I played badly today morphs into I'm not a good athlete, or when I messed up under pressure becomes I'm just not clutch. This one thought pattern is an absolute confidence killer. So here's a super powerful tool to fight back, the 3-column reset. It's simple. First column, list only the objective facts. No emotion, just what happened. Second column, list the contributing factors. Were you tired? Was the opponent's strategy new? And third, and this is the most important part, list the things about your identity as an athlete that did not change. Your work ethic, your resilience, your love for the sport, those are all still there. This right here should be your mantra. A bad performance is data, not a definition. It's just a set of data points you can learn from. It tells you what you need to work on. It is never, ever a final verdict on who you are as a competitor. All right, next, let's talk about how you think about the performance. Because there's a huge difference between productive analysis and that destructive habit that so many of us mistake for reflection. I mean, just look at the difference. Rumination is emotional, it's repetitive, and it goes nowhere. You're just replaying failure on a loop. But structured reflection, that's solution-focused. It has a time limit, and it actually leads to a constructive outcome. One drains your mental energy, the other rebuilds it. Here's a mental drill you can use to make this happen, the 24-hour rule. For one day, just allow yourself to feel the emotion. Don't fight it. Then sit down and reflect just one time, preferably in writing. Your goal is simple. Pull out one technical adjustment and one mental adjustment you can make.
After that, you close the book on it. Game over. No more mental replay.
Now for the final piece of the puzzle. You can't just think your way back to being confident. Confidence is rebuilt brick by brick, and you do it through deliberate action.
This is so important. Positive thinking is great, but real lasting confidence comes from tangible proof. It comes from creating small, controlled moments of success in your training. It's about feeling yourself execute something correctly again, no matter how small. Think about one of the greatest competitors ever. After a bad game, Michael Jordan didn't sit around analyzing his feelings. He went back to the gym and he drilled the fundamentals, his shooting form, his footwork. He rebuilt his confidence through perfect, simple repetition. Please, remember this. You don't need someone to tell you you're still good. You need to prove it to yourself. Action is the antidote to self-doubt. Your only mission is to create one small, successful win in your very next training session. Okay, so let's put all of this together into a clear, actionable plan that you can use the very next time you have a performance you're not proud of.
Here it is, your recovery timeline. Immediately after the game, your only job is to regulate your emotions. Take deep breaths, go for a walk, do anything but analyze. Within 24 hours, you do your one structured reflection and find one lesson. Then, in your next training, you focus on fundamentals and build small wins. And before you compete again, you reset. Focus only on what you can control and trust your prep. So to recap, here are the 4 pillars of mental recovery. Number 1, normalize your emotional reaction. Number 2, separate your identity from the outcome. 3, replace that endless rumination with one structured review. And 4, rebuild your confidence through deliberate action.
Ultimately, this is the takeaway. A bad performance is going to happen. It's inevitable. It doesn't define you. But your response to it, that is what builds resilience. Your response is what truly shapes the athlete you become.
So I'll leave you with a question to reflect on. What's the biggest hurdle for you, personally? Is it managing the raw emotion in the moment? Is it rebuilding that fragile confidence? Or is it just getting your focus back? Knowing your personal sticking point is the very first step to mastering your recovery.